So as you all know, we got some jobs numbers the other week that were worse than expected. And Trump did not like that very much. And so he immediately comes out and starts doing his Trump thing where he pretends like, these numbers, they're fake news. These numbers aren't right. We don't like these numbers. We don't like them at all. And he decides, what if I go ahead and fire the head of the Bureau of Labor Statistics who gets us the job numbers? He also concocted this dumbass conspiracy theory about how before the election, the Bureau of Labor Statistics was trying to make Kamala and Biden look better. And so they released higher jobs numbers than were actually real. And then after the election, they admitted the number was actually way fewer. But he lied because the timeline did not go like that. The revised numbers, which went down, happened before the election. So everybody knew that, the jobs market was what it was. And so, but this is what he does, right? And so he decides we're going to fire the head of the Bureau of Labor Statistics, which immediately everybody's red flag goes up because they go, hold on here. Is this guy literally saying, I don't like the objective data, so you're fired? I mean, that's like tin pot dictator type shit. That's also like primitive type shit. That's like a king in the 7th century being told something from one of his advisors that he doesn't like. And he goes, okay, behead this asshole for giving me the bad news. That's where we're at now with this guy. There are so few guardrails around him. There's nobody to keep him in check. There's nobody to tell him the truth. And so what does he do? I don't know, just fire the person who gave me the bad news, the accurate, factual bad news. Instead of saying any other president would say, oh, that's the news? That's bad. I should adjust my policies to try to fix it. Trump goes, how about I just fire you and then lie about what the truth is? So he decides, he settles on a new person to be the head of the Bureau of Labor Statistics, a guy by the name of E.J. Antony. You ready for this? The first thing we hear about this scumbag is the following. This is from More Perfect Union. They say, breaking, E.J. Antony, Trump's candidate to lead the Bureau of Labor Statistics, is now suggesting suspending the agency's monthly jobs report. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? So there's an embedded admission in here. The embedded admission is, hey, dog, because of your policies, because of your dumbass trade war, because of your dumbass tax policy, because of everything you've done since you've been in office, it's about to get real fucking ugly. It's about to be bad. It's about to be real bad. And so now the suggestion is, well, just get rid of the monthly jobs numbers because it's going to make you look bad. So might as well eliminate them. And then so you can go out there and pretend like everything is still great. All right, now let me give you some more about this asshole. Look at this. Project 2025 author E.J. Antony was nominated by Trump. He literally released a video, by the way, phenomenal numbers there, buddy, from 8 months ago, 199 views on his stream. Understanding Project 2025 with E.J. Antony. So this is a guy who was a co-author of Project 2025. And you guys need to remember exactly what's in Project 2025 so you know just how much of a psychopath this guy is. A psychopath and a sycophant to Trump this guy is. Project 2025 wants unitary executive theory. That's a fancy way of saying no more checks and balances. Forget the judicial branch, forget Congress. Let the president basically be a king, be a dictator, do whatever he wants on his own and have nobody be able to check him. Project 2025 wants to destroy the regulatory state. Sorry, Environmental Protection Agency, we're not going to allow you to do environmental protection anymore. This is what they want. Sorry, Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, I know you're stopping Americans from being scammed, but what if we banned you from doing that? What if we sided with the scammer instead of the person being scammed? They're destroying the social safety net. In Project 2025, they want to ban all the blue states that do free school breakfast and lunch for kids. They want to ban that. They want to ban minimum wage increases, ban extreme heat work breaks at the state level, ban pornography, cut overtime pay, roll back child labor laws. So this is what we're talking about. This is Project 2025 is a real mask-off moment for the right. And now you have one of the authors of Project 2025 is going to be in charge of the Bureau of Labor Statistics. And make no mistake about it, his whole job, his whole purpose for being put in this position is lie on behalf of Trump. I don't care how you do it. I don't care how you get to the bullshit numbers, but give me some bullshit numbers. hit me with, oh, we had 17 million jobs created and economic growth is 12% or something ridiculous. This is what they're going to do. This is what they're going to do. So and here's the other thing, guys. You think there aren't other unintended consequences of this? Like, for example, you think other countries are going to want to lend to the United States? You think other countries are going to want to invest in the United States? You think other countries are going to want to still have the dollar as the world reserve currency when the government is basically admitting and acknowledging and announcing we're full of shit. Can't trust us. We'll lie. We'll make some shit up. We'll hide the real data. This is not a safe investment. We are no longer a safe investment. We're a fucking clown car. That's what we are. We're a joke. These people are abysmal. These people, day in and day out, he's ruining the country. He's fucking the country. And even just to unfuck the country would take 2 terms of a Democratic president who's focused hard on it. Right? That's just to get us back to square one. Never mind actually fix the shit. Never mind actually get us universal health care. Get us a higher minimum wage. Get us, more people in unions. Get us free college. Get us free trade school. Improve our infrastructure, right? Bring jobs back. Like, now we're talking about rebuild the social safety net and like all that stuff. It is like climbing fucking Mount Everest because on a daily basis, they're digging us in a deeper hole. And none of this is opinion. Let's be clear about that. None of this is opinion. This is all fact. I'm just giving you fact. Is there anybody out there who would contest the idea that this fucking lackey hack prick is in this position for any reason other than rigging it for Trump? Everybody knows that. Even Trump supporters know exactly what's going on here. And that's the most disturbing thing, is that at least in the first term, for all the flaws in the first term, at least there would be at the bare minimum, maybe 2 or 3 people going to Trump. You know it's a bad idea, right? You know this is going to fuck everything up, right? You know this is going to ruin your legacy, right? You know you can't really do that, right? You know you had Gary Cohn or Steve Mnuchin or whoever, fill in the blank, Mick Mulvaney, or whenever he would try to come up with some over-the-top shit, somebody would be like, hey, dog, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. And he would back off. But now, he's letting his freak flag fly, and everybody around him is a fucking dipshit like Pete Hegseth with a fucking 78 IQ, drunk off his ass when he's not raping somebody, right? And nobody's there to fucking hold him in check. Now everybody's, oh, yes, sir, absolutely, sir. And so this is how we get a situation where, he's turning the White House into the Palace of Versailles, building a $200 million ballroom, 90,000 square feet at the same time. You're kicking 17 million people off Medicaid. Even just the optics of that. Never mind what it symbolizes, which is actually the death of a nation. But just that you would think you'd be smart enough to not put fucking gold-plated everything everywhere at the same time when people can't feed their fucking kids or pay the light bill. By the way, I just saw coffee, in 1 year, coffee skyrocketed over 14%. It did. And this is going to happen. The inflation is already starting to hit everywhere over these tariffs. And it's only going to get worse. And the same time this motherfucker's doing that, he's building a ballroom for himself. Which, by the way, building that ballroom, he ain't planning on leaving after 4 years. I'll tell you that much. He ain't destroying the Rose Garden and building that fucking ballroom. And he thinks, oh yeah, right when it's getting completed, I'll be more than happy to step aside. No, we all know what and this is why he's speed running all this bullshit where he's sending in the Marines and sending in the FBI and the DEA and the National Guard and basically federally invading wherever he wants to. First it was LA, then it was DC, and now he's going to add more to the list. He's going to do New York City, he's going to do others. This is him. Also, at the same time, they're doing the gerrymandering thing where he's demanding gerrymandering to cheat on the midterms. They're broadcasting what they're going to do, y'all. You think this guy, you think you bring in a Bureau of Labor Statistics hack to lie about you and you kill the monthly jobs report if, oh yeah, I'll only be in here for a little bit and then I'll step aside. No, this motherfucker wants to stay in there, bro. He wants to stay in there. And he's surrounding himself with all people who will cheerlead him as he destroys this democracy right in front of our faces. And then the final thing, I want to show you one more about E.J. Antony. FactPost says, experts have noticed that Trump's new head of labor statistics appears to have a Nazi ship hanging behind him in his office. Now, somebody says it's the Bismarck. I don't know if that's true or not. Let's see what Grok says. Hey, Grok, what does this symbolize? The ship appears to be the Bismarck, a World War II German battleship symbolizing Nazi naval ambition. and engineering prowess. It was sunk by allies in 1941, often representing hubris and defeat. Displaying it could reflect historical interest or controversy, admiration for authoritarian power. Interpretations vary by viewer. Oh my goodness. We're at the point now where we have to wonder, right? We have to wonder, hey, is this somebody who's hinting at their power level but hiding it? Or not? Well, I know the circles that a lot of these guys run in. Don't believe me? You go read the Homeland Security Twitter feed, and man, you'll have an eye-opening moment. But you go read the Homeland Security Twitter feed, and you see their Nazi posting, their 1488 posting, their Heil Hitler posting. Their every day, it's a new like wink and a nod to the Groypers, to the Nazis, to the white nationalists. So this is what we're dealing with now. We have a government that's being run by a 4chan message board. That's where we're at. Hey, y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop. And watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.